This is my Minecraft house. And recently I've expanded it to have a nice courtyard and a completely new structure. However, under my house, it is completely empty. And that's why today, everybody, we're going to be transforming under my house and building ourselves a nice new library. Welcome back to the series, everybody. My name is SwiftySloth, and welcome back to the Let's Play series. As you all know, last episode, everyone, we built ourselves this nice little kitchen right here. And as you guys can see, it is looking quite bloody fancy. And you may notice I have made a few changes to my house. I've added all this part, and I've made a new staircase right over here. If we come down here, everyone, this is the location where we're going to be transforming our new library. Now, we're not going to be taking up all the space, but we're going to be using this space right here. And the library is going to be 2 stories tall. But before we do anything, everyone, we need to actually clear out this area because this is going to be a 2-story library. Now, I'm not going to show you all this, everyone, because mining in this game is boring, and I know you guys do not want to watch that. And there we go, everybody. It is now completely cleared out. However, there's some occupants that are just remaining in there. We'll let the zombies take them. Quickly bounce up to the 2nd floor, and let's go to bed. Now, everybody, before we do start actual construction, we need to go ahead and get a few materials. And there is one material we need to get over here. And let me tell you, everybody, as someone who has only ever used a elytra with fireworks once before, this is amazing. Because basically, everyone, if you haven't realized already, yesterday I finally beat the Ender Dragon, and it was so fun to do. I did it with my cousin, and we got such good resources. We got the elytra and everything. Now we are doing quite well. Now, though, everyone, we need to collect ourselves a bunch of dark oak, because dark oak and oak wood is going to be the main blocks we're using for the library. Alrighty, everybody, after quite a while of resource collection, we have all the things we need for this build. We're not going to need this much wood, but I decided to get some extra just for future builds. But that said, everyone, let's get started. I do have to say, though, you guys are kind of intruding. Now, though, what I want to do, everyone, is actually go ahead and put an oak floor in, because this build is primarily going to be made of wood. So we're going to completely cover this bottom floor with oak planks, and what I'm also planning on doing, everyone, for this build is actually making a nice little fireplace right here, and over here in the corner, have a little lounge for some music. Now, everybody, now that I've done this, what I want to go ahead and do is actually go ahead and put in some dark oak plank walls. Now, I will use some logs, but for now, what we're going to do, everyone, is actually go ahead and just do dark oak like this. And then once we've finished up this, I'm going to make little protrusions with some logs, and that's where we're going to have some bookcases coming in. But yeah, I think this build should be really, really cool, and also it will actually allow us to lead up to another video that I want to do where we collect every single music disc. Now, I know music discs, everyone, probably aren't the best place for actually a library, but I would think it would be pretty fun to do because I love collecting music discs in this game, and I think it's a pretty fun video to do. And I do just want to say, everyone, actually thank you all so much for the support in the last video. It actually is growing much faster than I thought it would be, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying this series because it really, really motivates me to keep doing these videos. And also hope you guys are enjoying the daily uploads I've been doing. They have been really, really fun to do, and definitely a nice challenge, but with these smaller videos, it's actually really, really fun. Alright, everyone, so now you guys can see the main walls are done. Now, to actually give this place some shape, we're going to go ahead and put in the actual balcony. So this balcony, everyone's going to start here and wrap sort of around like at the edge like this. And in the middle over there, everyone, it's not going to have a balcony side there because that is where the actual fireplace will be, which I think look really, really nice. Now, it's just going to be a real simple balcony like this, and I'm going to have just a nice little banister. The only thing that I'm kind of wondering is, how do I get down? I think we may actually have to use some ladders. Alright, there we go, everyone, just like that. And I know what you're all thinking, everyone. You guys are thinking right now, this looks absolutely so basic. Like I said, we're going to be adding some more other stuff, but for now, we're just getting the baseline down. Alright, everyone, what we're going to do now is quickly go ahead and actually add in these little support beam sort of things. And this is going to be for the balcony and also to add a little bit of extra detail to the overall build itself. Now, I don't know if I want to use dark oak slabs for these or just regular slabs, but I'll just see how these look. Alright, there we go, everyone. We have all those in now, which looks very, very good. Now, we need to get some ladders. And I'm thinking of also actually going ahead, everyone, replacing these parts right here with some slabs, because I feel like slabs actually would look a bit better and give a bit more kind of spacing to the bottom part, because I keep forgetting I'm also going to be expanding this bottom part, adding bookshelves here too. Alright, there we go. I've added that now. Now we need to find locations for the actual ladders. I'm thinking, everybody, what we should do is probably actually add them at these points right here, and I'll make like little divots in the actual bookshelves, and these will go like kind of up to the roof like that. Now I think I'm going to do 3 ladders right here. I just broke into the wall. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I'm going to do 3 ladders going up just like this, because I think it looks pretty cool. And now what we're going to do, everyone, is actually obviously put in the banister, well not the banister, like the railing sort of thing right here. And also actually add little railings. Actually, no, we don't need that, don't worry. But yeah, we're going to go around here and add all these in just like this. And now, everyone, finally we can start adding in some of these bookshelves. And I also probably go ahead and get some glowstone, because we're going to be making ourselves a chandelier. Now, for this part right here, what we're going to do is go ahead and actually make some little log insertions just like this. And this is where we're going to put the bookshelves in just like that. And we're going to strip these logs. Now, what I'm trying to go for, everyone, for this build is kind of like a real sort of confined, sort of cozy vibe. And I think it should be pretty fun to do. And kind of add big bookshelves in like this. And another reason I actually wanted to make this build in general too was actually because I needed a place for my enchantment books. Because this area is, I'm going to have a chest, and this is actually where I'm going to be storing all my enchantment books I've been getting from fishing and whatnot, and just exploring, because I kind of want it to be multiple use and make it feel like I can use it for multiple things. We've got music down here, we've got a chill just place in general, and also a place we can store some books, which I love. And it's definitely fun as well, everyone, actually building this in general, because I have never actually built a proper library in my worlds, because, well, I've never really had bookshelves, but since we found the stronghold and we got all the libraries there, we have so much access to these resources, and look at that so far. Once we get some lighting in there, that's going to be so good. And we're just going to repeat these bookshelf patterns on this side as well. You know what? I think I actually liked the non-stripped version better than the stripped. I think I might actually leave it just as the regular dark oak logs. But yeah, that is looking really good so far. But I think, everyone, it's time we get some light into the actual build. So let's go ahead and get some emeralds and buy ourselves some lanterns. Good morning, buddy. Oh, wait, you don't sell lanterns. Who did I get the lanterns from? Well, I think our librarian's dead. Okay, I made myself some lanterns, so let's go ahead and go down and light this building up so far. So we're going to do 1 lantern there, 1 lantern there. I actually might do a little hanging lantern right there. Another one right there. I also got to head and go ahead and put some of the bookshelves in here. All right, everyone, there we go. So now this place is looking a lot more lit up, but now we need to move on to downstairs. And it's just going to follow the same principle as the upstairs part. Adding in the bookshelves just like this. But on the bottom down here, everyone, I actually want to leave some gaps, because not only do I want to have paintings here, but I also want to have the chests, obviously, for the actual enchantment books. Alright, everyone, so now we go. The main walls have been done. Now what we're going to do is actually add some little library bookshelves in the middle part here. And I also need to get rid of some of these torches, because under here I want it to be a bit more dim and dark, and I also want to leave a little lounge room here for some actual books, for a little lounge. But let's go ahead and put in this here. And I think I'm just going to make these probably only 2 high, just like that. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is looking. So what we're going to do, we're going to continue this a bit more as well. Kind of making like this little area here feel kind of, I guess you could say like a maze sort of thing. Because I feel like having this like real kind of confusing sort of bookshelf thing does look pretty cool. What I even might do is actually take out this one right here. Put in some more side bookshelves here. So that way, everyone, we can actually have ourselves the little lounge here and the fireplace right there. And for up here, that is looking quite good. Alright, everyone, so we've got everything we sort of need now for the actual bottom part. Now, what I want to actually do is quickly go ahead and put in some nice little carpet bits like this. Now, I just want to add these little carpet bits because I feel like I really like the aesthetic of it, and I think it should actually look pretty nice and kind of make it feel like almost pathways going around. But yeah, we're going to go around just like this. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be able to like fully encase everything that I want it to, but I kind of want it to kind of take away most of the area. Okay, yeah, I think, everyone, that looks pretty good. But now, let's start working on the main thing itself, the fireplace. Now, I don't know how hard this is going to be to actually build, because I am terrified of building fireplaces. Mainly because, well, I have fire spreads on, and I do not want this massive room of wood to burn down. So I think if you guys can understand why I am a bit actual scared. Now if we go ahead and actually put in just a little framework of actual stone bricks just like this, and we start actually making our little shape. Alright, now though, let's go ahead and put some of this in just like that. But yeah, I really wanted like a real nice grand fireplace for this build, because I don't know, I love fireplaces in Minecraft builds, and I think this is like the perfect fitting build for a fireplace. And I think, everyone, that looks just about perfect. I do, however, actually want to go up here and possibly put in even just some extra little detail work just like that into the actual top of the fireplace. And with that, everyone, it's finally time to light this fire and hopefully see... You know what? I think that looks pretty good. I am happy with how that looks. However, what we need to do is actually go ahead and make ourselves a nice little stool. Well, not stool, but a nice little place for us to actually sit. I may even actually make this whole little wall here actually crafting tables. But let's go ahead and put this little thing there, and there we go. We've got ourselves a nice little table facing the fire, looking snazzy, you know, crispy feet. No carpet though, because it will catch on fire. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm actually really happy with that. But now let's get some chests in, and we need to actually do the chandelier. Alright, so what we're gonna do, everyone, we're gonna have a chest on either side just over here, and this, everyone, is where the actual enchantment books will be. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, that's not good. Okay, bad. That's very bad. It's catching on fire. Okay. Oh no, okay, not good, okay, save file. Okay, everyone, after a panic save and going ahead and actually doing some research, I found out that fire in Minecraft can apparently spread 4 blocks high. When was that a feature? Because that is the stupidest thing ever. Okay, I don't think it's catching on so far. Touch wood. Boom, boom. But I've got everything we did. Now we actually got to first off start working on the chandelier. Okay, I'm so scared of this place. You actually have no idea. Alright, let's go ahead and actually put in this chandelier now. Now, I think I want to try to be pretty centered. Now, it's going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be pretty much just a hanging thing of glowstone. That's basically what it's going to be. It's just going to be something really simple like this, and we're going to make it look a bit nicer. So that's the main chandelier, just like that. Now, if we go on top, though, we actually got to make this look like a proper chandelier. Now, how does one do that? I have no bloody clue, but I think it's something like this. But so far, I am so happy with this build. This build is actually one of my favorite builds we've had on the world so far. It's so cozy, it's chill, and actually has a use. I am very happy with how this looks. Okay, you know what? I think the chandelier is alright. What we can do is even actually replace the middle block with a log. I think that might actually be better. Yeah, I think that's a lot better like that. Or even maybe just, you know, doing this. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Look how chill this place is. This is so bloody nice. And we can also go ahead and actually start adding in some paintings on either side up here too, which look really bloody sweet. And some little paintings on either little thing here. That just went through the floor. Or rather, I would say that looks quite bloody good. But the final touch, everybody, has to be right over here next to this chest, because this, everyone, is where we're going to be playing ourselves some music. Next episode, we're going to collect every single Minecraft music disc, and we're going to put it in here, and this is going to be our amazing music listening library. I am so happy to do this. With that said, everyone, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a great bloody day and you enjoyed this episode so much. I hope I see you on the next one, and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy. Thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you have a great bloody day, and good bloody bye.